Tonight on the White Bronco Show, co-host Jamie Davidson, featuring Brent Gonzales and me, your host, Blanket Jackson.
Yo. Being Tongan, come from the island, respect your culture, yeah. Motherfucker. Being a force, I've got a big nose. Motherfucker, got a big dick, hit my hand with a stick. Ouch. Being Tongan, come from the island, respect your culture, yeah. Keep the rhythm, boys, you're fucking it up. Eating a horse, sucking a sloth. I'm Tongan. Oh, take me back to the island.
Happy National Tongan Day.
Take me back.
I had to play that. It's Jonah Takalua from Summer Heights High. It's National Tongan Day. I've never had sex with a Tongan woman. I've wrestled a few.
That almost counts.
I've wrestled a few. You know what I mean? They'll show up to any barbecue that SA's having. You know what I mean? There's Tongan women there.
I have a bucket list with every race on it that I need to kind of cross off in my Coxman journey.
Yeah? What's top of your list that you're disappointed with yourself as you're stuck in a relationship?
Right, yeah. My bucket list is pretty much done. Right. Does Tongan fall under Pacific Islander, or does it get its own category?
I think that's its own category.
Okay. Well, if you count The Rock, then I've definitely fucked a Pacific Islander. It was weird because I was young, but it felt good.
Okay, well, nice, cultured. But what's top of your list that you haven't?
Top of my list, Asian, I think.
Yeah. Maybe like some Thai twins.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Good. That's always good shit. Anything on top of your list, Jamie?
I don't know. I'm like not that diverse in sexual partners as ethnicity, so.
I feel like last week I was really trying to talk you guys into getting hand jobs.
Right.
At one of these rub and tugs.
You were.
And I think I went about it all the wrong way, because what I should have done is just let you guys know that it's okay to go there and know that, wow, ATF might just bust through the door and just shut this whole place down at any second. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it a little more exciting.
Right.
And also, this is the most important thing, if that does happen, you got someone you can call. You know what I mean? You can call me from jail.
Come pick us up.
Yeah, I'm that guy.
You gonna post that bond for me?
Once you know you got a guy who will come get you if you get in a fucking cop sting at the rub and tee, it's me. I got your back, okay?
Then you don't have to worry about the nervous soft dick. You can just go in, right? Feeling calm.
Hey, speaking about nervous soft dick, since you said that, when Jesus was on the cross, he really could have offended a lot of people, who were standing out there with their wives or whatever, if he just had a boner going.
Maybe offended them more because they were already killing him.
I'm sure people might have discussed this before, but in movies when they're about to like hang someone, like in front of the king or whatever, he should just always just like pop the boner, look at the queen, wink, just get like choked out.
If you're king, I would do it.
Yeah, and I mean,
I'd call it the royal staff.
If Jesus did get a boner, do you think it was recorded? No.
Well, obviously not. That was stricken from the record. It was
the holiest of erections.
It was lost in interpretation.
Right.
I like to think Jesus got an erection for our sins.
I mean, I know that he's mad that I jerk off, but I think we both lost track by now.
I mean, do you think about him watching you when you're jerking off? What's worse, the thought that Jesus is watching you, or like a lost relative? You're definitely disappointing some family.
Oh yeah. Especially since the internet came out, they're like, this guy went downhill.
Right. Oh my.
This is bad.
Like, if he's still paid by minute,
China,
his bill would be racked up.
They need to, or North Korea needs to hack this guy and expose him to the world. This is out of control. You said that you have a porn complaint.
Yeah.
I feel like you have them every week, so...
Right, let's make this a weekly thing.
Yeah, definitely. What is it this week?
All right, here's my porn complaint of the week. Last week, if you remember, it was in a threesome, guy jizzes in a girl's mouth, she spits in the other girl's mouth. That's gross to me. This week, I want to talk about close-ups. There's just too many of them. I mean, I'm all about close-up of the pussy, close-up of the sex, but give me a wide angle every once in a while. I want to see her body. I want to see, like...
I know you have a heavy film background.
A little bit. Went to school for it, yeah.
You got to leave all the things you learn about angles and all that at the door.
Sometimes I just wish I was holding that camera. I'd run a good production.
Porn used to be bad. It used to be like, think about what you saw on VHS.
Dude,
that was bad.
So much better. I say bring back the stories.
2 or 3 cuts a whole movie. You know what I mean?
Right. No, that's true. Yeah, it was all one. You know what? The guys back then though, those are men. You know what I mean? Like the guys in porn nowadays, they're like walking off to the side. They say cut. They're getting a drink of water.
So you miss the old porn guys, the real men.
I definitely have some respect for the real men. Your dick doesn't have sideburns, you know.
Do you remember any of these guys' names? Or
no, not really.
You're just a fan of a fucking 70s porn guy with a mustache.
I'll Google vintage every once in a while, but
vintage.
That's about it. Take it back.
Vintage. Is there overlay with like, really old women when you go vintage though?
I don't know. No, not really.
It's always nice to check out vintage and then be like, oh, I wonder where that porn star's at. Oh, still doing porn. That's awesome.
I'm like, damn, everything in the past was sepia toned. It's weird.
What do you think the oldest woman you've ever thrown a wank to is?
Ooh, God, I don't know. I'm not good with ages, but 65 maybe. I don't know. I think she fell into the MILF category, but I think
she was one of those late night infomercials who was like the grandma still looking.
Right. It was when I was Googling fucking after 40.
Wow, I wonder what made you Google that.
I resemble that.
You know what? Now, speaking of fucking after 40, that was the name of a VHS porn cover that I found in the ASO bathrooms when we were in high school playing soccer, and I stuck it in our coach's playbook. So the ref got to see that when he went to go pay the fees.
You tried to frame the guy?
I did, yeah, but he got mad. No, it was for Dell. It was for our other coach, but the head coach decided to pay the fees that game.
Can I tell you the worst thing I've ever done to a teacher?
Yeah, let's hear it.
It was like...
I think right now is the best time for this,
right.
this story with all the shit
it's
on
really
Facebook.
Fucked up because it was a complete accident. But, I mean, it was almost like... It was fucked. I was laughing the whole time. No, I wasn't. But listen, my teacher in college, she was telling us stories like she had a kid. I heard at least 2 or 3. I figured she had a kid.
What class did she teach?
A psychology class.
Psychology class, okay.
And it's probably not who you think it is, but I assume she had a kid, and then I said no, but what about your daughter? And she goes, she's like, no, I don't have a daughter. I had a miscarriage, blah, 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 blah. And got in front of the class, and I was just like, I'm fucked.
Thought she had to call you out, huh?
Why would I even so I had to have that conversation with her after, listen, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I really thought you had a kid. She's like, yeah, but it was she was a psychology teacher, so I was just like, is she using reverse psychology? I was just I had my guard up, but
she's analyzing you.
It was the stickiest situation I've ever been in.
You know why she reacted like that? She's a psychology teacher, and she knew what you were thinking.
Yeah, she was crazy, but she was hot.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
there you go.
So that's the worst thing I've ever done to a teacher. Ask her about her kid when she's had a miscarriage.
Oh gosh.
And I assumed her kid was 6, but I guess it was someone she would babysit or.
There's someone you saw her with.
She just referred to some kid. I don't know.
She must just call all kids Mijo all the time then, huh?
Do you guys have any other porn complaints?
Any other porn complaints? Another one that I have is just the way that they talk to each other. I'm not into it. I don't know. I'm watching a porn about the girl next door. Something titled probably Deep Dick in the Girl Next Door or whatever.
But listen, asshole, there's some guy right now in Syria sweating in a fucking cave, jerking off to a VHS on a black and white TV. And you're over here talking about, I don't like the way they talk. Oh, these fucking camera angles. Dude, this guy's in a fucking hot jack shack in fucking Syria.
He's jerking off to hieroglyphics he carved into the stone
and
himself.
And that guy, he listens to this show, so he wouldn't even understand what the hell you're talking about.
Hey, shout out to that guy. I'm spoiled when it comes to porn nowadays.
No, I mean, I just had to relate that for all of our people out there, but you know, I totally relate to that.
But anyway,
your concerns are my concerns.
Right. When the girl next door is hooking up finally and is telling this guy to ram his cock deep up her pretty little asshole, I'm like, girl next door, huh? Okay. Every girl next door is a freak. Every single one that I've ever seen.
You gotta.
Sometimes I need I need them to class it up a little bit. You know, I need something that I can wank to. I need a real life scenario.
So you don't watch like reality porn?
I like the amateur stuff.
Or
search out some amateur stuff.
What about cam girls?
Oh, cam girls. No,
those are fun.
Haven't really looked at that too much. I don't do anything you have to really pay for. I'm all about the free internet.
My favorite part is pirating their videos.
How do you do that?
Just search their name and find a way to not pay them for what they did.
God, that's like
wait, what?
That's like taking an already fucked up job and just making it worse on them.
Working from home, it's not that fucked up.
No, we should open a business for that.
Do you think?
Have I not been saying that for like 2 years?
Yeah.
You think they share a lawyer with Metallica? Anti-pirate.
Right. Oh my god.
It'd be great to bust into one of those places one day, or just see how it runs. Maybe manage one.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It's probably like 15 rooms and like, you know, girls going.
By the way, speaking of Metallica, have you ever noticed that Lars Ulrich and Christina Ricci are never in the room at the same time?
Are they married?
I think they might be the same person.
And that's Blaine Humbles.
You're going to think about that later tonight. You're going to go, oh, shit.
I'm going to look that up.
Blaine's the producer of this show, and listen to his podcast, the Blaine Humbles podcast. It's on iTunes.
Well, it's actually a live radio show every morning.
Every morning,
but
yeah.
I do podcast.
And it's a podcast, too. I never usually promote podcasts, but yeah. And Chaotic Radio every morning. Another interesting story we should talk about is in college, we knew this kid, me and Brent, and we also knew this girl who said she was molested and raped by some guys. So this kid had no game, and he was like trying to work his way in. And we're pretty sure that because she told us that he was also raped and molested, which was a lie. He just told her that so they could get like, I guess that was his way of
fucked up connection.
Yeah, he's looking for the sympathy sex.
It's some dark shit, right? That's what goes down up in the Pacific Northwest in fucking near Seattle.
Yeah, to get that desperate for those girls, it speaks volumes about him.
Oh, it's really it was but now looking back, I kind of tip my hat to the guy.
Right?
Yeah. You're just like, you're sick. I would never do that. I would never fucking do that. But I am impressed.
Right. To take it there? Hey, I mean, yeah.
So, you know, whether or not his uncle played Santa Claus with no pants on or not.
What do you want for Christmas? I already got it.
Uncle Santa. You know, back in the day, you think it was hard to get Quaaludes?
I assume not.
Because Roman Polanski and Bill Cosby both, that's what they'd use.
That was a drug of choice?
Yeah.
The Quaaludes.
It was more their weapon of choice, right?
True.
Like, what would you trade Roman Polanski for some Quaaludes? What could you give him? And what could you give Bill Cosby? Because I already know. I would trade Bill Cosby. It's the 70s. I'd trade him some baseball cards. He'd be like, okay.
There you go. I'm sure you could probably trade Bill Cosby your butt virginity for some Quaaludes.
That's true.
He doesn't have that anymore.
Roman Polanski could use a hairstyle.
Yeah, Tom. I left that at a truck stop on Highway 10 somewhere.
Lucky man.
Yeah.
Thomas's behind got the old long time ago.
Yeah.
Wide open. I heard it whistles when it's windy outside.
When people fart, he's like, "That's not me. Mine doesn't make a sound."
Condoms usually come out when I fart. Most of the time, you hear a fart and then a flop.
Every time Tommy farts, it fills up a balloon.
Yeah. He's the only man I know that can blow a balloon up with his ass.
Blaine or any of you guys, do you have anything you would trade that you could trade Roman Polanski that he would want? He's a weird guy. He's European. He doesn't want baseball cards. What would he want?
That's a tough one. That's tough.
Probably a copy of the Human Centipede too.
There you go.
I could enjoy
Good
the
start.
sandpaper part.
I mean, that guy has the perks of everything.
Maybe Jared from Subway's computer.
Oh,
nice. That's a good one.
He'd pay for that, right?
Yeah.
That's a good one for sure.
Do you think Roman Polanski listened to Jared from Subway on Dr. Phil and was whacking it the whole time?
With the sandpaper.
Wait, did Jared? Right? He went on Dr. Phil?
Oh yeah.
When recently?
They just played his videos, right?
Yeah, some woman. I mean, women are the death of every man. You know that, but some woman started a relationship with Jared on the side and like befriended him, and then he would tell her all the things that he wanted to do with little kids.
Right,
and she was recording it.
She'd have to play on, didn't she? Have like kids of her own? That he was
he asked if he could take pictures of her kids, and
he came on Dr. Phil.
No. The record,
right? Because he's in jail.
Oh yeah.
It's going to hell. Dude, I saw him on the street of Seattle.
We did, didn't we?
Yeah. It was fucking, and I wrote such a sarcastic thing on Facebook, like, so starstruck, Facebook. Just met Jared from Subway.
You need to share that when
my
it comes
cousin
up,
was like, you're so dumb.
You gotta find that post.
Yeah.
It's up there, dude. It's up there in like 2011, 2012, I think.
You can't fake those timestamps.
Right.
Ah, that's really fucked up.
I should right there. Hashtag.
I should.
TBT to win.
Hopefully that
still in the hearts of America.
Hopefully it's on a Wednesday when I do find it. But that'll be a good day. We'll celebrate. We're not gonna end with the lunch lady, but it's not back in the day in Washington before they legalized weed. There's nowhere to get weed up there.
No, nowhere.
You know what I mean? So we would
that was tough.
Did you have to import it?
It was tough.
It was always like
without incriminating yourself.
It was like a 20-minute drive everywhere. There was like never anybody local.
We had to buy it off these lesbians who had a lot of knives.
Yeah, that was sketchy, man.
They were cool though. After
we used
a
to
while.
drive down to a house full of lesbians that had like a camera at the side gate that you had to go to and like smile at, and then like a buzzer went off to let you in. This place was like Fort Knox of Washington weed.
It wasn't that bad though.
Nah, I mean, good prices up there. Good prices.
But we got
little drier.
The lunch lady at our school hooked us up.
She did. We not we. You.
No, not me. Our friend,
our roommate, did a really good job buttering up the old lunch lady that worked at our school, and yeah, she used to hook it up with not only weed but lunch every day. And in honor of him, I wrote a song, but we're gonna play that later.
Yeah, we'll end
close with that.
Yeah, it's because it's actually good.
It's not bad. It's not too bad for doing it on a MacBook Pro in like our bedroom.
And what it is
or something.
Yeah.
Before I started doing comedy, I did like funny rap songs like that, and you're writing like little one-liners.
Right. It's really
good.
A compilation of one-liners is what it is. Yeah.
There's some funny lines in there. There's one about the sauna, and like there was some dirt went down, man.
Right. We called our apartment Smashganistan.
Oh yeah.
And every bathroom up there has a heater in it, so we would always call that the sauna. Take the girls back to the sauna, sweat it out a little bit.
Smashganistan sauna. So much seed was dropped there.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good time though up there.
When you moved out of the Smashganistan, did you blacklight it? Just double check, hit it with some bleach.
Oh, we could have. There was already like purple hair dye everywhere from like this beast that one of our other roommates brought home.
I'm really happy that iPhones and blacklights haven't caught on to each other yet, because my shit is doused.
That's part of my move out procedure.
Yeah.
Grab a blacklight and a bottle of bleach and just start squirting.
I fucking do a quick turn whenever I see a blacklight. I'm just out of there.
I'm gonna blacklight it up and take a picture. I think that'll be like my artwork.
Hey, blacklight into a phone app. There's a lot of money in that.
One day, the new owners are gonna turn on a blacklight in there for some reason, and it's gonna look like the Milky Way.
That's a great idea.
It's gonna look like a galaxy in there.
Like take your finger, like finger paint, like little dicks on the wall and let it dry up.
Every night I'll put my girlfriend against the wall and jizz not on her, but right next to her on a different spot.
Like,
and then
you have an outline of her?
Eventually we'll have an outline.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, look
That's
like
a great idea.
a chalk outline.
Yes.
Let me ask you guys a question. I have this friend, and he's gotten a few hand jobs. Do you know if you could get an STD from a hand job?
How many cuts does his hand have?
Yeah, if his lube is the blood and pus oozing from his jacked up hand, then yes.
His hand was soggy, like it's been in water.
I would say clip the nails, you're good to go.
Hey, by the way, I had a question from a fan. If the lights are off and you don't know who owns the mouth, is it would that be a gay blowjob or would it just be a blowjob?
That's thanks. That's my Uncle Dan. We always have this argument because, like we said, I lost my asshole virginity to a glory hole at a truck stop off Highway 10. And
somebody just said it's not Dan, sincerely Dan. Oh, see, Dan.
Uncle Dan. Don't even fucking do your alias.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
No, I would say that if it's dark in there, it all depends on who you're thinking about at the time. I think as long as you close your eyes with an ugly girl, that counts too.
Let me just tell you something. If Casey Anthony was standing behind you in a dark room and she had a fucking dildo and an empty bottle of lube, what would you do?
Put my erection to work.
Yeah, hold on a second. I think Casey Anthony's hot, right?
Yeah, she's hot. But I wouldn't trust her with that empty bottle of lube and a fucking giant dildo in her hand.
That's a girl.
She's crazy.
That's a
she
girl.
She do some crazy shit.
You talking to an early abortion. she's all about the late terms.
Yeah. What do you think she's doing now?
Gosh, I don't know.
Drowning kids.
I think she's been traveling the country, hasn't she?
That's in Florida. She's probably like in her coke phase.
I think she went on the road. She's seeing America.
She's doing stand up now. She's into comedy.
Working on her bucket list. Similar to mine, I think.
Do you? I know this is kind of a sick question, but do you guys have a favorite serial killer? Because mine is definitely OJ.
OJ. All right. So we can go for guys who haven't been convicted.
Sure.
Okay.
I think that OJ is kind of a cop out, Tommy. You gotta rethink this. Sure, he's not a serial killer.
Right.
He's just a killer.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
It's just one passionate.
I mean,
he's probably strangled so many people.
Well, he killed her. He killed his career. He killed his freedom.
I see your point.
Wrong goals.
He's kind of a dumbass.
Yeah.
And a hero.
Well,
Tom.
Well, do you guys have a favorite killer?
Favorite killer? What was it? The Green River Killer up in Washington?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good one.
I have to pick that, I guess.
What did he do exactly?
I really don't even know. I just picked it because it's from Washington.
He just killed a lot of hot chicks.
Same reason I followed.
He would kill hot chicks.
Yeah.
Didn't they all look like someone he used to date, or was that Ted Bundy? I don't know. Either way,
I don't know that one.
Dude, my favorite attempted
it all makes sense up there.
My favorite attempted murderer from Washington is a story you told me about. It was a girl, a 15-year-old girl, who got her cell phone taken away by her dad, and she was so upset about it, she went in her room and got her archery set out and shot her dad with arrows. And then when the cops came to bust in, she tried to shoot at the cops too. They had to tase her, take her down.
I'd still be proud of my kid at that point.
Right, as a father, you have an arrow in your chest, but you're a little proud. You're I taught her how to shoot like that.
No, he would be I should have bought her the Hunger Games. Right. He'd just be dying.
Are you guys old enough to remember the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez? You remember him?
I saw him on American Horror Story recently, I think.
He's my favorite. I would love to shake his hand because he got me my first BJ. Because we were on lockdown because he was supposedly in our area. And so I had to comfort my neighbor. Yeah.
He was local, right?
Yeah.
My aunt said she saw him.
SoCal, yeah. He was all over the place.
You know what? My mom actually got a crazy phone call right after I was born, after my parents got married. It was some psycho that was oh, I know your husband. I wanted to stop by, bring a wedding gift to you guys. And she said, okay, here's our address. And immediately the guy goes psycho mode. It's if you hang up the phone, I'm going to fucking kill you. And is just antagonizing her. She wigs out, runs to the next door neighbors to call the cops because every time she picks up the phone, it's this fucking guy, right? So big ordeal. nothing happens of it. But anyways, that's how my mom died.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I can laugh because I know she's breathing. But that was good.
1987.
Yeah, 1987 was fucked up year.
That is fucking creepy as fuck.
Yeah,
my aunt said she saw him
at
near a gas station in San Dimas.
Wait, hey, speaking of your mom and serial killers, I need to give a shout out to your dad. The serial killer thing really reminded me of this because I earned my Red Wings recently, and so I got to give a shout out to Lester Davidson. Let me explain what the Red Wings are. The Red Wings is something you achieve when you go down on a girl while she's on her period. And I just want to say...
Wait, that's something to brag about?
It is something to brag about,
What are you going to say, then?
Yeah, I just got to say, thank you, Les. And I finally got him. And I stayed above the flow. That was the
Great form.
Best advice I've ever gotten.
Great form.
Slobbered on it a little bit, too.
And you're happy with yourself?
Yeah, I like to think of myself as like a pioneer,
Would you have considered that a bucket item list prior to earning your wings?
Definitely a bucket item list. When I heard about the Red Wings, it was always a medal I thought I'd never achieve. And now that I'm here, it's really surreal. And first of all, I want to thank God. And I feel like I'm giving an Oscar speech right now.
It probably tastes like a tuna sandwich that's been in a brown lunch sack with like a smushed pear.
pennies.
Yeah, well, that's the secret to it. The key to it is to not taste it. You got.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You got to stick.
Good. I like that.
You stick to the clit. You can maybe even keep the tampon in. If you're a pussy, but you just stay above the flow. You slobber on it a little bit, get rid of the taste, and then you're good. But I would assume that it would taste like a bag of pennies.
I don't know where your loyalties lie now when it comes to submitting to these women, these nasty demands.
This is why when we'd bring girls to Smashganistan, they'd shoot me a text later with like, "Hey, so I know you were with my friend and I was with your friend, but like she said she had a really good time." I do it for the callbacks, damn it. That's what I do it for.
You do it for the callbacks?
Yeah, I just do it for the satisfaction of my own ego, I think.
Have you gentlemen ever eaten an ass?
Oh yeah, I definitely have.
Oh
yeah.
No, really?
Yeah, I'm definitely eating an ass or two.
Oh,
you
wow.
are just chalking up notches on that list.
I really am. Yeah.
I am so proud to know you.
Yeah. Before I go out, I wanted to kind of hit all my bases.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Is it like before a shower at least?
It's like a special occasion type of activity.
Or like during the shower?
Did you say before the shower?
No, not before. He said before.
Yeah.
But definitely not. That's a post-shower activity or during the shower.
Okay.
So you do it during, so you can confirm the cleanliness. You get in there with your fingers and make sure.
Because that's a sketchy zone there. You know what I mean? But
I'd rather taste soap than ass, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It just makes you. It like brings you back to your boyhood when you said bad words and your mom was rinsing your mouth out with soap. There's a little Freud for you right there.
It's a great thing to think about while you're doing that too. Right?
True.
Like I was licking my woman's asshole, and all I could think of was my mother.
My mom. Right. So weird. Wait. Speaking of the topic, have you guys ever had your asses eaten by a chick?
I'm a selfish motherfucker. Like I'll receive all day. But
good.
Yeah.
So that's a yes. That's a yes right there.
I would say
Tommy.
Like it was like
Tommy. This is not
wasn't full throttle.
Tommy, this is not a maybe kind of activity. It either happened or it didn't.
Right.
Look, cats have sandpaper tongue, so that happened on accident, and I let that happen. That was the first time.
That was a rectal exfoliation. That's not what we're talking about.
It worked. Yeah.
That happened at one of those massage places, huh? The treatment that they have.
Yeah, kitty.
So you're not the only one that's had the cross species butthole. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
don't judge
but I don't know, because not like good enough to where like it was like full throttle, It was just like hey, I'm down there checking in,
right?
Coming back,
right?
Maybe it wasn't that good, so they came back.
I mean, to me, it's not even that great of a thing, but it's just kind of something. I mean, I giggle the whole time it's happening. Right. I have like a smile on my face, But
you love
because it's disgusting. I mean, I know what comes out of my ass, and that's why it's weird to me. But
do you think of like times that you had like really bad squirts and you're just like, I can't believe this?
Right. She's going down and you're just like, oh, you're about to tell her to stop, but then you don't, just so you can
Have you
joke
ever
about
69 butts?
Oh, no. Well,
that's interesting.
That's gotta be like an 88, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know, right? Yeah.
Because I made up the 11 is when 2 guys, 69.
I had a girl suck my toes one time. That was weird for me. I don't know.
Yeah?
Wasn't into it.
Do you guys know what the Elton John is?
Explain the Elton John. Dude, you didn't explain it during your stand-up show.
I
was
know.
waiting for the explanation because I was telling Brandon, I was like, I can't remember what this is from college, but I remember it being awesome. Not that I received it.
Yeah, I gotta leave him hanging. They have to come up and ask me after. Hey, what was that Elton John? What's an Elton John?
He tells his crowd, hey, have you guys heard of Elton John? All right, next joke.
What a dick.
Yep, that's not how it goes. But an Elton John's when it could be a girl or a guy is blowing a guy, and with her left hand she's fingering his ass, and with her other hand she's fingering her own ass.
The Elton John.
Yeah, the EJ.
Right. It's like you have to be a piano player to pull off that move,
Well, look, we're going to play your song to end the show.
All right.
We're going to play the whole thing. But I hope people get inspired by it to write jokes because there's a lot of funny jokes in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wrote the song, like I said, in honor of my roommate.
How old were you? This was a long time ago.
Yeah, this is in college, so 23 maybe. So I don't know.
This is a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
It's 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years ago. So it'll hold up though.
Right. Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's a song like this. I think could last a generation. This is an instant classic.
It's evidence you got talent and you can write funny ass shit.
Yeah.
You should.
But my roommate said that he would get us free lunches for the year, and he did. So this song.
God bless that man.
So I wrote that song for him.
Hey, God bless that man.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Well, let's fire up the song and your new Twitter handle. What is it? @ComeSlaveForYou.
You know what? I haven't come up with it yet.
You haven't come up with it?
But by next week,
How about @assisted suicide? That's pretty good.
It's a little too rough for me, I think.
Before the show, we were outside and these guys were smoking their vape pens because I think that's what you do when you grow a beard. And
you do, hipsters.
It's a Portland thing. You wouldn't understand.
We saw a really fucked up guy waddling into the street.
We did.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but we just were like...
I think we all found God out there because I think all of us were praying for him to get hit.
Dude, this guy was screaming. He was a maniac.
We really bonded.
He was about to get hit by a semi-truck.
Yeah.
I discovered faith out there.
Yeah, so that's why we came in so jazzed up, and we're going to end on a good note too. Here it is. I guess this is the world premiere of the Lunch Lady Beej on chaoticradio.com.
Me off with a fast sloppy joke and get to your knees so you can start to blow. Put your lips to the pipe and rip on the dro. Living my life with the lunch lady ho. The lunch lady Beej ain't all that hard. I get that shit in the house, I get that shit in the car. The foods are right, but the head's legit. Eat lunch every day, but I don't pay shit. I'm a Cali boy, but I gotta play. So I take a ride up to Washington State. I look to angels, say we're on the way. Even Mexicans can make it in the USA. We get to Everett and the shit is whack. The dudes are gay and the bitches are fat. The kids are homeless and the parents smoke crack. The days are gray and the nights are black. My stomach's growling so I need to eat. I ain't got no cash so I take a seat. See a look in the eyes like she wants to beat. The lunch lady meat is now a weekly treat. Si era los ojos no llores mijo. La chica de almuerzo me dijo.
Necesito pito de este güerito. No me importa si lo tiene chiquito.
Break me off with a fast sloppy joke and get to your knees so you can start to blow. Put your lips to the pipe and rip on the dro. Living my life with the lunch lady ho. The lunch lady Beej ain't all that hard. I get that shit in the house, I get that shit in the car. The foods are right, but the head's legit. Eat lunch every day, but I don't pay shit. The lunch lady likes when the fucking is rough, so I start beating the cheeks after we puff tough. I punch her in the mouth and then I come on ya. I call that little mix lunch lady lasagna. I wear a hairnet but I ain't sporting the rubs. If my dick is limp then you'll get no love. I'll pull it out and come on your lips. Now make me some cookies with some chocolate chips. I'll rip on the bong, fill up the cock meter. Take her in the bathroom, turn on the heater. Break out in a sweat just as I climb on ya. I'll teach you all about the smash Afghanistan sauna. The lunch lady says that she's down to fuck, so I pick her up and pull out my stuff. I put her face to my cock and let her feel the scrub. Then I bust my nut and kick her out the truck. Break me off with a fast sloppy joe, then get to your knees so you can start to blow. Put your lips to the pipe and rip on the dro. Living my life with the lunch lady hoe. The lunch lady Beej ain't all that hard. I get that shit in the house, I get that shit in the car. The foods are right, but the head's legit. Eat lunch every day, but I don't pay shit. We go to the balls, oh that's the show. But to hook the gas, we gotta dig the hoe. Don't quote me bitch, this is only flow. But the shit so bright makes my jizz glow. What's the pros of a private skis? These bitches spend most of their lives on the knees. They're Christian girls, so you must say please. Order up that pussy but hold the cheese. With a fast sloppy joe, then get to your knees so you can start to blow. Put your lips to the pipe and rip on the dro. Living my life with the lunch lady hoe. The lunch lady Beej ain't all that hard. I get that shit in the house, I get that shit in the car. The foods are right, but the head's legit. Eat lunch every day, but I don't pay shit.
And if elected president, what will I do? Well, I'll give the people free lunch.